Coach Andrea again. I am excited to be back here on my YouTube channel. I am looking for individuals to help me, and the way you can help me is by trying the exercises, trying the movements, the gentle movements, and trying anything that I'm doing here on the videos. I think they can benefit everyone. And I'd like to ask you to try them every day for 2 weeks. And I'm going to get started now. So today we're going to focus on the face. And at the end, I always like to give a qigong movement that may help an organ. Not may, but will help an organ. So I'm trying different lighting today. It was a suggestion that I work on my lighting, and I'm also trying to work on my voice and my volume. So we're going to keep working on these videos until I become a professional with your help. Okay, so the face. When you wake up or halfway through your day, we want to do some tapping movements or motions. Tapping helps stimulate bringing blood to an area. When you tap on, for example, your forehead, it is sending a signal, because that's not a normal movement, for the body to respond. And what the responses we're looking for is for the blood to go to that area, the lymphatic system, which helps have white blood cells that help support our body. When you get hit or injured or punctured, what's happening is you're changing the exterior environment. And so when the exterior environment starts to change, then the body goes on high alert and says, oh, I need to do something about it. Just like when you have inflammation, that's your lymphatic system saying, oh, I need to do something about whatever this allergen is or whatever this toxin is. So sorry to get too far into that, but let's get with the movement. So tapping with the 3 fingers, the pointer, the middle, and the ring. You can tap with other parts too, but those are going to give you the most bang for your experience. So we start with the forehead, and as I'm hitting the forehead, the purpose is almost like I'm knocking at the door and waking up. Okay, so I'm stimulating. Go to that area, come down. And now, you know how we have those bags under our eyes? Well, like I mentioned in one of the videos, that also can be a fat area, which means that and the tissues have just gotten weakened in that area. At the same time, maybe you're a person that does not drink enough fluid. So this is an opportunity for you to do that and remind you. And of course, a movement this direction would be helpful as well to those people who have concerns about that part of their face. Now I'm going to keep on tapping. Notice how I am puckering my lips and tapping. So I'm also toning and tapping right here on the chin. I already feel the tingling in my head so far. So we're waking up, we're bringing energy, because in our blood there's nutrients, or should be nutrients, depending on what you eat. And I am bringing stimulation to that area of my body. Alright, so now in the sternum area, there's a program called Brain Gym, and they used to have the children, not used to, but they still do, for those who practice it. Take 2 fingers and rub right here, and I would remember feeling a lot of relaxation, thinking, wow, this is great. Well, you know what's interesting is tapping there gives me that same stimulation as well. But for children that need to calm down, center themselves, here's a little tidbit, add that in. Now, speaking of tidbits, you know, you have people who wear Fitbits, right? And the purpose of wearing a Fitbit is to monitor and see what your body is saying and help you listen to your body, telling you your pulse rate, give you information on your heart rate. Well, I would like to say that these little mini videos that I'm starting to produce and other things I want to do, I used to have a program called Fit in a Bit. So I think it'd be cool to call it FIB. So if you want to talk to me about my FIB and getting fit in a bit, it just takes 10 minutes a day. And after we start to move, then we actually want to do more and more. And before long, we're probably exercising 30 to 40 and 50 minutes. And now we've improved our life and improved our fitness. And we've just started off with just a little bit. Okay? All right, so we did some face work. Now we're going to do neck work. So starting right behind our ears, come down. You're going to hear me talk a lot about the lymphatic system, which is supported by the spleen. We did a little video yesterday on the spleen, how to support it. Unfortunately, we don't talk about that in a lot of non-Asian medicine. So now I'm going to take my fingertips and start tapping as I'm helping drain. I have a guy, as a matter of fact, who told me that when she presses on this area, it helps her to drain fluid. And it makes so much sense because you have a lot of little lymph nodes that help collect mucus and get it out of your body. And all this area here where your nose canal and ears, all this area drainage is all connected. So that's why you have people that study ear, nose, and throat. Okay? So that post-nasal drip that you get from some allergy, well, a lot of it could have started up here in the ear and the head area. If I don't say it, just remember, majority of the times we do exercises and movements, if we're not doing breath work, then it's going to be 8 times for moving, massaging, waking the body up. All right, some more exercises for face and neck that are important. A lot of times we sit over a computer or read a book or we're constantly looking at our phones and we're leaning forward a lot, right? So we want to train our body for good posture. And that's one thing that I really like about the abdominal breathing, which is the correct way to breathe. Breathing in and out. When we do this, it helps us hold our body in the right shape. Another thing I think that's important is let's take one hand over and massage the shoulder and the back. I think it's important to help those muscles because I know for one, mine is very tight. I haven't seen a computer today, but pressing them in a downward motion. This feels really good. Number 8. Now, I'm not doing it because I'm always crunching for time because YouTube only gives you 15 minutes and I got to get all this information in 15 minutes. I know it used to be like that, but that's how it is now. Of course, unpaid, of course. Maybe when I have more support, whether it's finance or viewers, then we can move to longer videos. So remember, we're doing a downward motion, the back of our neck. You should feel the muscles start to relax. Then push them down using those main 3 fingers. Okay, now let's start with the sides of our ears. All this face work is already starting to cause me to drain. I feel it. I feel some drainage going on. All right, and it's also very calming and soothing. When we care for our bodies and care for ourselves, this is what life should be about. When we feel cared for, when we feel nourished, and we're relaxed, then we have so much more to give to other people. So with that being said, we got some face work, some tapping done, neck work, and now we're going to move into the surprise. And she got some surprise. But there was one more thing I wanted to say. Everything in life is energy and matter. And so with that being said, let's think of when we get emotionally upset and we are upset and angry, that emotion, that energy starts to get absorbed by your liver. And if you're constantly mad, and then we're doing things like drinking products that go into our body, it causes damage to the liver, or we ingest, drink, chew, digest excesses of sugar, then now we're compounding a lot of work that's not self-care. We're doing work that's not self-care, it's not caring for our body. So with that being said, let's transfer that energy. And I said we're energy, and just like it takes energy to break the food down and break the calories down, and calories are, we're not breaking the calories down, but calories are what we burn so that we can use the energy from the foods that we consume or the drinks that we consume. So all I'm saying is this constant energy being transferred and put in different states. So let's take the emotional energy that we have and change the state, transform it, and use it for a good thing, to help bring balance to our body. Because that's what we do here at Healing Arts Institute, helping provide balance. So let's transfer this energy, say we're upset or mad, and we want to support our liver over here on the right side. So we're going to breathe in, and then on an out breath, push the opposite arm all the way out. In breath, out breath, and out. Yep, I did change it on you. I was doing singles, and now I changed it. Because the deeper breath and the holding, and remember, whenever you hold the breath, tongue at the top, roof of the mouth, and you can squeeze your pelvic floor just a little. If that helps, it seals that energy. It's almost like we're wired electricity, and we want to recycle the electricity that we have, recycle our energy. Now, I'm not saying move your arms that way. I was just letting you know, like, the connection from the roof of the mouth all the way down to your pelvic floor. That's helping us seal off that energy. Just think of us like a current. We're going to change the flow of the current. And speaking of changing the flow of the current, we're going to do it right now. We're going to stop here. So I had the out breath and, that we just finished 8 on, and that was with the left arm. Now the out breath is going to be with the right arm. So I'm coming out, change over, breathe out, and in breath, out, out breath. And when you have that out breath, remember you're releasing the pelvic floor. In breath, that's out. My apologies. And exhaling out. Now let's add a sound to this, and this is a healing sound for the liver. The sound is going to be something that you think of automatically, like you want to fly a shoe away from you before you get upset or something. So that's the sound we're gonna make. Out breath, shoo. 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 Last one. Shoo. Now you can pause your camera, your computer, and then do it on the opposite side. Do it, and you make your sounds on the opposite side. And what I want to do right now is I just want to say, continue, thank you for everything that the feedback I'm getting from you. Just listen to this song as we close out, just a clip of it. I think it's so cool. I'm getting excited about all the possibilities that I can provide to enrich and bring balance to my family, my mother, my cousins and aunts and uncles. Okay? Have a good day.